Good afternoon, everybody. It's kind of chilly. It's like 54 degrees, raining, no sun. Anyway, a lot of people have been asking for a rabbit update, and there's been, once again, a lot of changes. So we're going to start with the bucks, move on to the babies, and then move on to the does, and the does with litters. And a new addition, a surprise, at the very end. So let's start with the bucks. Here we have Kaiser. He's a senior buck. He's the buck that I use with my two broken does. He's a big fella, and I hope to get some nice brokens out of him. I bred him to Lacey last month, and she skipped, so I've rebred them. I bred them March 9th, so hopefully in April we'll have some babies out of them. Next to our buck Kaiser is our new guy. This is Sagai. He is not named after a town. He was already named when I purchased him, so we just left his name the same. He's already got 2 legs on him, and I will continue showing him and hope to get that 3rd leg. And I got him registered last week, so he's one of my first registered bucks. Next to Sagai, we have Ash. Ash is almost a senior now, and we've bred him to a couple of our does, so we're looking forward to some of his babies. I've shown him, and last week he took 1st place in his class. Next to Ash is a new junior red buck, and we've named him Figure 5. And I had planned on showing this fella, but Boxley next to him has chewed on his ear. I don't know if you can see that or not. Doesn't look like he's taken a gash out of it or anything. We'll have to see how that heals up. He's got some deep bite marks, but if that heals up and doesn't scar, we'll go ahead and show him. And if we can't show him, then we will keep him for breeding, but he's just a baby. He's right about 3 months, I think. You'll notice that Cedar is no longer with us. He has gone to another breeder here in Arkansas to help with his foundation stock. I kept 2 of Cedar's sisters, and I kept back one of his daughters, so I needed to move him along. And Chester, our chestnut buck, is no longer with us. I bred him to Eureka, and we've got a litter out of him, and I'm hoping to keep a doe or 2 out of that breeding. Next to Figure 5, we have Boxley. He's our senior black buck. He's a little on the small side. I've been showing him, and I get a lot of good comments on him. He just turned senior a few days ago, and he's only weighing in a little over 8 pounds, so he's a little too small to show. So I've got some big does to breed to him, hopefully bring that size up. He's a really nice buck otherwise. Next to Boxley is our new guy, Ink. This guy is still young, brought about 3 months. He's a Charlie, black, broken black. I expect great things out of him. He has got some awesome type, so I look forward to some babies out of him. Next to Ink is good old Creo. Creo's been showing, and he's been getting lots of good comments, but there's some stiff competition, so we just haven't been able to get any legs on him yet. But I got him registered. He was the first buck to be registered here at Grace Hollow. And that's it for the bucks for now. We'll move on to the babies. We've got 2 red bucks here that I just can't keep all my red bucks. I've chose 2 to keep, and I've got 2 left to sell, and that's the only red babies out of those 40 some odd babies that I had. These are the only 2 that's left that's for sale. And with these guys is Paprika's bucks. She's got a steel buck here. He looks like he's going to have pretty decent type. Of course, he's not showable because steel is not a recognizable color, but he will make an excellent meat breeder. And then his brother next to him, I think out of the 6, this is the only one that didn't turn out steel. I believe he's going to be a broken black. So I'm going to let him grow up a little bit more. I may be keeping him and I may not. If it had been a doe, I would definitely keep her, but being a buck, I just don't know. Since I have ink, I just don't know if I'm going to need another broken black buck. As you guys know, I don't do a whole lot of brokens. I like the reds. Let's move around to the rest of the babies. Here are 3 white bucks. One of them is out of Snowball and the other 2 are out of Salt. And these guys are up for sale. Actually, I think I may be keeping one of them, one of Salt's. This one in the very corner. Of course, the brother's going to hide it. I may be keeping him. He's just got some excellent body type to him. So I may keep him for show. Next to the 3 white boys, we've got the 3 steel does. And I'm hoping at least one of these does has really good body type. If so, I'm going to keep them and breed back to my red. See what we get out of those. Next to the steel does. Now keep in mind, guys, most of these babies were born December 31st and January 1st, except for the steel litter. They were born January 10th. So these guys are all 9, 10, and almost 11 weeks old. Next to these, oh, I moved that white buck out. Those 3 white bucks are for sale. This is the white buck I've decided to hang on to and show. These 2 red bucks and this white buck I've held back. One of the red bucks is out of Marble, and the other red buck is out of Harmony. I'm holding them back to show, and I'll be showing this white buck. Next to them are 4 does, 2 does out of Salt, and 2 does, one out of Marble, one out of Harmony. I'll be showing these ladies. Next to those, we will now move on to the does. This is my new girl, Helena. She came from Wilby Rabbitry out of Oklahoma. She is showing very promising type. She's just a youngster, right about 3 months. So we're waiting on her to gain, maybe another ½ pound or so, and we'll start showing her. She's showing very, very, very promising potential. Next to Helena, we have Alpina. And Alpina is not showable as she has a couple of white toenails. But I think she would be a great brood doe for a broken herd because she's got very good type. Real good size. I'm actually gifting her to a buddy in Oklahoma. He likes the brokens, so I'm going to gift him over to her. I think she will benefit his rabbitry more than mine. So she will be leaving in a couple of weeks. Next to Alpina, we have Bloomer, and Bloomer is a new doe. She came out of a Strunk Thornton Rabbitry out of Oklahoma. And this girl is just super, super nice. I purchased her already bred. She is bred to a broken black buck. So I'm looking forward to her babies. Next to Bloomer, we have Dixie, who is a broken black. She has been bred to Boxley. Boxley has some blue background, and he has some broken background. So I expect to get black and broken black. And I'm crossing my fingers for a few, one or two blues out of them. Probably won't happen, but I'm hoping. I will keep back one of the daughters out of this breeding and breed back to Boxley, and that will increase my chances of getting some New Zealand blue. Next to Dixie, here on the end, these are 3 white rabbits. If you remember Caraway on her last litter, she had a litter of 10. She had 6 red and 4 white. And the 4 white were super small. One of them did not make it. These are the 3 that survived, but they're still just ungodly small for New Zealand's. These will be culled. I will not sell them. They will be going to the freezer if I can get them to gain enough weight. These will not be sold. These guys are 2 days older than the still bunnies, and as you can tell, they're about half the size of those stills. Let's move along. Here is our old doe, our oldest doe in the rabbitry, well, the oldest rabbit in the rabbitry. This is Caraway, and I've been trying to breed her to our new guy, Saw Guy. It's so far she refuses to be bred, so we'll give her a few days and try her again. Next to Caraway, we have Marble, and Marble's doing very well. Her litter, I'm really disappointed in, and I'm not sure what's going on here. She kindled 11. And out of those 11, she had 6 that died just right away. But she has 5 left. And these are some really nice colored reds. Her first litter, she kindled 8 and raised 7. One was DOA, which was very good for a first-time mom. So it really baffles me at why on the second litter she lost so many. She was bred to my new buck Ash. I'll breed them again and see what happens with the next litter, and if it turns out the same, we will breed Ash to a different doe and see what the results will be. These guys are 2 weeks, I believe. Oh, don't fall out of the nest box. But she's got 5. Whoa, you're gonna fall out. She's got 5 left, and they're all really dark marked. Her last litter was really dark marked, and I kept the best doe out of her litter, or what I thought was the best doe. And I'll probably end up keeping another doe out of this litter, because I just love the reds. The color she's producing is just amazing to me. So if she has some with nice body type, we'll keep another doe out of her. She was bred to a new buck. We'll see. I believe she's a good mama because she raised her first litter. Next to Marble, we have Eureka. Eureka was bred to the chestnut buck Chester, and she had a litter of 10. She had 6 reds and 4 chestnuts, which 2 of the chestnuts did not survive. One jumped out of the nest box by itself. I've said before, and I'll say again, between 2 weeks and 18 days, when they start opening their eyes, Sometimes they jump out of these nest boxes before they're ready and they can't get back in. That to me is the most dangerous time, and I've lost 3 rabbits this week because of that. They jump out and just can't get back in, and then they're out here by themselves without litter mates, and they just can't stay warm enough that way. Anyway, she had some really nice dark red bunnies. Hopefully we'll be able to keep something out of that. Next to Eureka, we have Lacey, and as I mentioned, she has been rebred to Kaiser. She's due April 9th. So hopefully we'll get some broken kits out of her this time. Next to Lacey is number 9. And number 9 was bred to, I believe, Ash. So we should get some reds and probably some heavy broken reds out of that litter. Next to number 9, we have Salt. And Salt has been rebred to Creole. I will be taking her in a couple of weeks to get her registered. Oh, and Caraway. I'll be taking Caraway to get her registered as well. Salt and Creole litter is due on April 9th. And then I need to walk over to the quarantine area to show you 2 new does. I sold Fayette, Paris, and Snowball. They're just too closely related to Creole, so I went ahead and sold them, and in their place I bought 2 new white does. Let's go take a look at them. Okay, over here in the quarantine area are my 2 new white does. This one is Rosie. I bought both of these girls already bred to a Grand Champion buck, and Rosie had 7. One she had a day early and it died immediately. And then she had 6. 2 were little and died within a few days, which left her 4. And now we only have 3 because one of hers is one of the ones that got out of the nest box by itself and froze. Next to Rosie, we have Osceola. And Osceola had been bred to the same Grand Champion buck. She aborted 4 days before she was due, so we didn't get a litter out of her. I'll be breeding her to Creole pretty soon. Alright, and for the surprise, I have purchased a trio of standard Rex. We've got a blue otter doe. This is Lucky Charms. And a black otter doe. This is Cocoa Puffs. And then I have a broken blue otter buck. And I forgot what his name is. Oh goodness. It might have been Fruit Loops, but I don't think so. I forget what his name is. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, these guys are little. They're about 10 weeks old, I think, maybe 11. And I'll have to move the buck out pretty soon for his own cage. And these guys are show rabbits, so I'll be showing them when they meet weight. I should start showing them in about 2 weeks because they're pretty close, and we'll see how they do. But that is the surprise, some standard Rex, and I believe these guys are just gorgeous. I love the fur on them. They don't get as big as New Zealand's, but the standard Rex are considered a commercial meat breed. So these are an option, and of course their pelts are fabulous. So if you're a pelt person, these rabbits make excellent producers for pelts. That's it for the rabbit update, guys. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.